What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody is doing great. And we got a few good comics to talk about from Wednesday, New Comic Book Day. Also, I have a mailer that had come in, so we have to open that up and discuss that, as well as a CGC unboxing to open up. So, without further ado, let's get started. Oh, and don't miss the giveaway right there. Spider-Man 1, beautiful Todd McFarlane at its finest. And that is a silver special edition. So all you have to do is subscribe, watch the last video in details on how to enter in. Yeah, so don't miss out on that comic for sure, guys. Alright, we got Transformers #1. Now this is a cool comic to get your hands on for sure. Very excited that Transformers has come out now, and now we can enjoy a new read. So this is done by Image Comics, and this is cover B. Alright, I just pulled you up on the New Key Collectors app website, and as you can see, Transformers 1 is a key. Premier issue of Transformer ongoing title published by Image. So of course we know it's a key. It's a brand new series of Transformers. Here's that main cover. So it is a cool cover still. But the comic to get is Transformers 1, the 1 in 100. It's a spoiler variant foil edition. So there it is. You can barely see it. Alright, so you can see how many first appearances are on. Alright, so as you can see, 100, so already there. This is in Canadian dollars, of course. If I click this one here, this is a raw. The guy wants $262 for that one. So I just want to remind you that there. So yeah, this comic is not coming cheap. It's $379 for a pre-sale 9.8. Now, I'm sure that the comic hasn't come back a 9.8, so I'm not too sure how this guy can pre-sale a 9.8. That boggles my mind. But you can take a look at it right here. Take a look at, at the comic. See what you think. It's a nice foil. There you go. But you can already get one for $379 US at a 9.8 1 in 100 incentive variant. Alright, so we got Black Panther #5. Had to grab this one. It is a key. Yeah. So here we got first appearance of Kivima and Evil Spirit. So I think that's pretty cool to have into the collection. Hold it, bag and board it, hold it. It'll be worth something. Ghost Rider versus the Hood, already pulled up here. Ghost Rider teams up with Elsa Bloodstone to battle the Hood. And because it's a Ghost Rider, had to grab it. Especially that cover, which is pretty cool. Right there. That right there. So I think that's a pretty dope cover for sure. Let's check out some of that interior pages. It's going to be fun to read. So that's the Hood there, and Ghost Rider, Infernal Halloween, #1 annual. Got a pretty dope book right here. Strange Academy, The Amazing Spider-Man, Solve for X, Part 3 of 3, #1. It's the conclusion of the 3-part series of one-shots. So this is a definite key to grab. One to throw into the collection. And we'll have to check out some of that interior work as well. Oh yeah. Alright. There's Spider-Man right there, right? One to throw into the collection. So I'm super happy to grab this one right here. Star Wars The High Republic, Shadows of the Starlight, #1. And this is a big key, guys. right here. It's got Yoda in the front cover and a whole bunch of Jedi in that front cover. I couldn't help but notice in the Transformers, when I was flipping through the comic book, I came across this, guys. Right there, G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. They're coming back, so I think that's totally dope. Super excited about that. Alright, so as you can see here on Key Collector Apps, how many first appearances are on this Star Wars comic book, High Republic Shadow of Starlight #1, 4-issue limited series that bridges the gap between Phase 1 and Phase 3 of the High Republic. And first appearance of Solio Agra, first appearance of Riki Saka, first appearance of Terry Rosason, and the first appearance of Ali Caro. So there you have it. I don't know if I said any of those names right, but their first appearances, and you can grab that book right there, hopefully cover price right now, guys, if the book's still around. It is a black cover, so if it's sitting on a shelf by now, I'd be careful. Alright, but now for some unboxing to do on this mailer here. So, alright, so just pop that right there. Alright, so I see something in there. So this is shipped in a Gemini comic mailer, and they're nice, you know, if you're shipping a comic to somebody and you want it quickly shipped. A very minimal way of doing it. I would say this would be the most basic and minimum way for you to ship a comic, would be this right here, and that's okay. You can't expect a medium mailer for every single comic. Part of a medium mailer box, no, part of a large. Rip that up, rip that. The comic here, obviously, and it is inside this large mailer box, which is modified. So we're just going to go ahead and cut that. Alright, so now we've got to the comic. The guy did make some tabs, so that is very cool. I'll just show you right here. He just took some tape, rolled it simply, and then put it on the comic. So now all I do is simply do that, right? Makes sense? So I'll do the other side. Boom, guys. That is exactly how you should tape inside your mailers when you're taping in place the comics when mailing. You should always roll the tape like that. So the person that is opening me doesn't damage the comic or anything like that when I'm the last thing I want to do is damage the comic when I'm opening it to inspect it, to look at it, right? Like a board in the front and two boards in the back, and inside just a regular poly bag. Regular dirty poly bag. That's to be expected. I just got it on the table here, and I'm just inspecting the surface of the front cover, and it looks really good, guys. It's never been pressed. I don't think it's ever been cleaned, and if it has, I'm still definitely going to clean it. Just looking at the back cover right now, and it's exactly how it was shown. So there's no extra damage or anything like that. It seems that the front cover is basically the way it was shown. And show that comic now. So we got right here, Astonishing Tales number 12, guys. So this is a huge key, guys. I'll show you the back here. and you can see a lot of foxing around the edges, but that's okay because we're gonna work on cleaning this comic up for sure. It's that beautiful black cover. It's and then of course you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, bit of spine damage there. The corner is a little bit faded. It's being nicked. Something on the bottom there. But overall, for 1972, guys, this comic is in beautiful condition. And so this comic right here is a pretty big key, guys. It's the first appearance of the Man-Thing in comic books. So, first appearance in comic books of the Man-Thing. Second overall appearance of the Man-Thing is in this comic right here. And this is a Neal Adams, guys. This right here is a fire comic. You need to hold this one into the collection for sure. As you can see on eBay here, I got Astonishing Tales number 12 pulled out. $124. This right here looks to be, you know, in fairly good shape. The pages seem to be white. Pages are white. The back cover is nice and clean. You can see spine ticks, a lot of spine stress there, so it does have to be pressed. The color break, unfortunately, is going to have to stay, but all in all, pretty nice looking book there. Go to some other books here. We got an 8.0, a little over $200. So we'll get out of that one. But I did see some 8.0s in that $200 range. We got right here 3 days left, 0 bids. Keep in mind, 0 bids, 7.5. So this is a high grade, $190, under $200 right there. And mid to high grade right here, 6.5, under $200 right here. Buy it now. So you can buy a mid grade. Off-white to white pages, 6.5. Look at that, guys. Neal Adams. So this is a legitimate great book right here. A great one to hold into the collection. Check it out, guys. I finally got this book. Alright, here's a great example right here. Here's a high grade, guys. So you can make the offer. You can offer them $200. 8.0 off-white to white pages. Of course, you can't get it perfect. It's got all that spine damage, just like kind of this does. So you can see the comparison. Alright, so we're going to have to check out the Man-Thing. Check this out. This is history right there. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, so we're going to bag and board that right up. Remember, shiny side towards the flap, and then you push down like that. And what I do is I put that corner in first, and then just kind of insert the comic like that. And these are all Silver Age bags I use, guys. So don't ever use modern bags. They're just way too tight for the comic. They feel like I feel like I'm stressing the comic out every time I use those bags and boards, so I try to steer away from modern and current bags, and I like to just use Silver Age bags for all my comics. So if I tap that down like that, you can see there's still plenty of space there, guys. So alright, we got one left to unbox. This fragile, very fragile, medium priority mailer. And it is a CGC, so that is pretty dope. So haven't got one of these in a little while. Alright, so first things first is I see some bubble wrap right there. So that is a good sign. You can see through right here the casing. So what they should have done is placed just like up here. You can see extra bubble wrap. Should have been bubble wrap at that end, but oh well. I'm just a guy that talks about it afterwards. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open that up. A bunch of bubble wrap had fallen out of the box, so obviously the mailer tried and intended to get the CGC parcel to me safely as possible. Just forgot to bubble wrap that one end. That is it. That's not too big of a deal. I'll give them an A+ for the bubble wrap and the medium mailer. Move this bubble wrap. So there's plenty of bubble wrap, guys. So if you look at all that bubble wrap, it's a nice amount of bubble wrap. That's what I like to see. Right. So we're just gonna put the comic down. Would I prefer to see the CGC casing under the bubble wrap and stuffed kind of in one of these? Yes. Did I? No. That's okay. So this is a pretty cool comic. I am super happy to have it in my hands right now. Just taking a look over, a little look ski. Yeah, it looks great. So I think this is a comic to buy under $200. So Tales to Astonish number 50. Still that 12 center. So this is the Giant Man and Wonderful Wasp battle. The Unbeatable Human Top. And yes, guys, this is the first appearance of the Human Top, known as Whirlwind now. This is your Jack Kirby and Stan Lee classic right here, guys. So this is definitely one to throw in your collection. I got this one right here. This is a 6.5 off-white pages. You see right there, it's 6.5 off-white pages. It's got the Stan Lee, okay, the Jack Kirby all in there. That's a beauty. Yeah. That's your classic Stan Lee and Jack Kirby right there. Masterpiece, it says. Which it is. So this one right here, I was going to crack it out of its case and clean up and resubmit, but I'm kind of rethinking that. I might just keep it preserved in the case as it is. 6.5. It's a great grade on this comic book. Yeah, sure, I can probably get a 7 or 7.5, but as it stands right now, that's a lot of work, and I got a lot more comic books to deal with, so I'll put that one right now on the back burner. Potentially one day, I might work on this comic. Who knows? At least it's in its case and it's preserved. And so I got this comic, guys, you wouldn't believe it, for $120 US, and it was about $50 shipping. So this comic I got well under $200 for that mid to high grade comic right here. As you can see, guys, there are still plenty of opportunity on this comic book. You can even go as low as a 4.5 or a 3 and still pay well under $100 to a high grade comic book, and check out what you can get. So right here's a good example. Here's a 7.5. Mind you, I paid $120 for my comic book, guys. So right here, look at this, under $200 right there for a 7.5 off-white to white pages. So there you go, guys. Keep in mind there is shipping attached to this. Not too much, $20 for shipping, so that's not bad. Taxes also, as usual, when you buy a comic book, that's usually what happens, is you get taxed on it. Alright, so we got a 6.5, $190. Buy it now, 6.5. So that one right here, so this one on my comic book, I got that corner ding and I've got a little bit of stain on the corner there. So it's kind of a bit of a shame. That's why I wanted to pull this out and clean it, because I noticed that originally. But this comic right here, which is an off-white to white pages, has a bigger water stain, more noticeable, and it has John written on the top. So still got the 6.5. So that's pretty neat, I guess. Looks like there's a couple of 6.5 still. I have seen 8.0s out there, and they're looking about that 220, 230 range, which is still awesome to grab. Here we go. Pretty much the same comic as mine. Off-white pages, 6.5. It's got some spine wear. Got color break across that NIS. But nice looking comic right there. You can grab that one for $185, guys, right there. Alright guys, and don't take any of that as financial advice. Just take it all as fun. I love collecting comic books. I love the hobby. I love working on them. I love all you guys, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you to those who have recently subscribed and those who have been subscribed. You have a chance to win that comic, guys. It's not too late to get in there for that draw. Just watch the last video I did, and yeah, so make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.